Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us on another episode. To our fellow friends and listeners, we're so excited to come back on. I'm Angela.
And I'm Dylan.
How is everybody's weekend? Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, it honestly went by way too quickly. Like, I blinked and it was fucking Monday already.
I know. No, this weekend I enjoyed it so much. But it did go by extremely fast, but at the same time, it was so needed. I just needed a few days, literally just 4 days off of work to not think about anything. But today was the hardest time waking up and actually getting my brain to work. It was awful.
Yeah, I read this tweet today that was like, I think for the last 5 weeks of this year, we should get a break from adulting and like doing regular things, and everybody should just have like the rest of this year off because it's been hell. And I think that's so true. Like,
It
I'm
is.
just exhausted from this year. Like the fact that it's December 1st tomorrow.
I can't believe it. You know that my boyfriend, he works for like a really great company and he works with people that work in Europe, like globally. And he tells me all the time that people in Spain and Romania take like 3 week vacations regularly. Like nothing. Like they'll be gone from work for 3 weeks and then come back like, oh hey, what's up? Just came back from my nearly month-long break. We don't have that here, and I wish we did.
I was watching this show, this not good show, but it's called Emily in Paris. I don't know if you've heard of it, but literally everyone on Twitter was talking about it. So I was like, fine, I guess I'll watch it. It's not good.
Uh-huh.
But basically, the show is about this girl who's from like Chicago, and her company sends her to France to work in their like French office. And one thing that like her French coworker said is he was like, "You Americans, you work to live. You don't live to work." And I was like, "Holy shit. Wait, did I say that right? You live to work." He said, "Okay, sorry." um he said, "You Americans live to work. You don't work to live." And I feel like that's so true. Like, I really hate the hustle, like capitalistic culture in America sometimes because it really emphasizes like working yourself into the ground until you fucking burn out and you have like no energy left. And I just hate that. Like, we should be able to take 3 week long vacations and have that just be the norm, you know?
I would agree. 3 weeks isn't even that long. When you take a week off work, it's like the shortest time ever. And literally, it's normal for Americans to work all year round and only take about 1 week off. And I just think that's insane. You only take 5 days really off of work. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me. I think we should all have like 2 months off of work a year at least.
Paid.
Paid. Yeah, paid. Why not? And I'm glad that like we'll have the opportunity to learn how to break out of that cycle. But I feel bad for people like my parents who have been working like that their whole lives and they're in their 50s and still need to work for their retirement. It just pisses me off a lot.
Like, I don't want anybody to have a break more than like my parents.
Exactly. You know, like fuck us. We're already complaining about working and we're like 2 years into the workforce, but our parents doing this for since before we were born. So I really want them to have vacation for the rest of their life.
I saw that. I feel like I've been saying this a lot in the podcast, but I saw this tweet that was like, millennial and Gen Z, that we don't give a fuck. We have no loyalty to any company. We'll leave. But our parents like stayed at the same company for like 30 years.
They do.
And I
They
just
really
like
do.
cannot see myself doing that. Like fucking kill me. I'm sorry, but that's just
You'd rather die.
yeah. We're starting our own companies.
We fucking will. Just wait. Speaking of needing to take breaks, we wanted to talk about a few of our celebrities.
Our problematic babes.
Yeah, that we're all super familiar with, and how they need to slow down and take a break. Um, we wanted to talk about people in the limelight, in the spotlight, whatever, that say they retire, like a bunch of artists say that they retire and they don't. Like they literally just throw that word around in their like 30s or like starting off their career even. Like we'll discuss Bad Bunny, people speculating his retirement, people like Logic, and others. And then people who actually need to sit the fuck down and retire, like the infamous Jennifer Lopez and Will Smith and family.
Yeah, so I think we said this on the last podcast, Angela, how we talked about Jennifer Lopez and how she never takes breaks, but I actually we kind of got the idea for this podcast because if you didn't know, Bad Bunny released an album this past weekend. And apparently, so okay, two things. Apparently, that's like his final album. He's quote unquote retiring, apparently, allegedly. And also, that's his third album that he's released this year, which is fucking crazy. Like, I've loved all the albums too. Like, none of them are bad, in my opinion, but I just like, I don't know, like, I got really sad.
Really.
Yeah, like, there's, I just got really sad.
Are you crying?
Because I
You sound like you're gonna.
literally, because I just I don't want him to retire. And the fact that we couldn't celebrate his albums like in the club properly
I
also
think
annoys me.
I don't think he's retiring. How old is he?
He's like 25, 26.
There is no way in hell he's retiring. It's just okay. I told this, I said this earlier to Dylan in another phone call that I just think that if you're like an artist, if you're more than anything music, if you create music or create art, there's no way you're ever gonna want to retire. Like why would you retire? That's your passion, that's your love, that's you're doing unless you're really just doing it for money and fame. Like there's no way if Bad Bunny, if he loves to rap and do music, why would he stop? Like maybe he'll stop for a while, maybe he'll take a break, you know? But he's 25. Like why would you retire? I don't understand because it's not like when you're a famous person, a celebrity, who's very successful, when you retire, it's not like you're retiring because you're working a job you don't like we were talking about earlier with our parents. They're retiring because they literally don't want to work anymore. They don't work within their passion. They don't work within their, love. And you have an artist who's 25 or like Logic who's 30 who they just throw the word retiring around like what? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Just take a break. Take a 10-year break. Like go do something else. Then like I'm sure your heart is still going to want to make music. I don't know.
Yeah, do a Rihanna and do literally everything else but music.
Exactly. Be like Rihanna. You know, Rihanna, we all want her to make music, but it's been what, 5 years almost of her not maybe she released like a single, I think, or something,
She
or
released
a
she
feature.
released an 8-verse feature with Party Next Door. That's all we've gotten from her.
Yeah, and like she's giving other artists in her genre the opportunity to have the spotlight. And I have an issue with celebrities like J.Lo who hog everything. Bitch, she just came out with a single. Like, her
Oh,
music isn't good to begin with.
oh my gosh, Angela, she's coming out with a skincare line.
Are you fucking serious? I, I need to have the floor for a second. I just, I don't understand. She's in her 50s, right? She's 50? Dylan's laughing at me right now. She's in her 50s and she cannot stop. She has twins. She's getting engaged, like she's getting married, I mean. She's been in a movie or two or three ever since fucking like continuously. She just doesn't stop. She's coming out with an album, coming out with a music video, with the fucking Super Bowl performance, with like a fashion line, a skincare line. Like she does not calm down. And I just think that she she has all the success, all the money, all the fame. And I just wonder, what is it about her that she cannot just stay at home and be with her kids, raise her children, raise her family. She's got stepchildren now too. Like, why can't she just take a break? Right?
Yeah, well, like, here's my thing with that. Like, because I do agree with you. Like, there is, to me, like with J.Lo specifically, I feel like there is a limit. Like, she's doing so many things. It's like, it almost becomes like, girl, like, what the fuck? Why?
It's too
But
much.
also, like, I'm not here to knock a woman down if she wants to continue to do things for herself and elevate herself, And I feel like there is this sort of narrative in our culture that's, so obsessed with youth that once you basically turn 30, that your fucking life is over. And in a way, I feel like she's kind of uh, demystifying that ugly way of thinking where she's like in her 50s and she's like hot as fuck still, like she has an amazing body and she's still like just as talented as when she started. So I don't know, I kind of see both sides where it's like, yeah, like you're doing too much, but also like I don't know, like
I have
maybe
a
she should just do her thing.
I can understand that, but there's a difference. Like, I'm not saying she has to just stop working and shut the fuck up and go away forever.
I think that's what you are saying.
No, it's not. There's a difference. Let's take a look at Beyonce. Beyonce is just the best live performer, in my opinion. We
The
have
best person ever.
She's world renowned. She's incredible. You don't see her pumping out continuous album, music video, like blah 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 blah. Like we've seen her headline Coachella, her visual album Lemonade, Black Parade, and the
Ivy Park and Adidas.
Ivy Park. Like she's doing stuff, but you don't see her. It's just I feel like there's a difference. And when I look at J.Lo, I just feel honestly that I don't feel like it's genuine. I really don't. I don't like her music. I like her old music, some of her songs, but even then, allegedly, like a lot of people have proven or have said that she's stolen music from other artists and nothing's original. And I can completely see that. I get how she's a huge voice for the Latinx community, but at the same time, I don't identify, like, I just don't. She's beautiful. She's amazing. Yes, she's like in my favorite movie, The Wedding Planner. She's incredible. I love her. But I just don't feel the same. I think I just think it's crazy. I don't know. She needs to be, in my opinion, she needs to be in the position of directing behind the scenes, like creating a genuine like representation in the Latino Latinx community. Like she needs to be doing that. She needs to be doing what Rihanna is doing. And that creates so much more of a movement and so much more of why doesn't she focus on making women in her age? My mom's 56 and JLo's 50. She should focus on making women Hispanic women within her age bracket like feel sexy, feel beautiful. She would be so much more successful rather than planning the next fucking Super Bowl performance she's going to do again or I don't know what I saw in the headlines earlier, but whatever. What were you gonna say?
Well, the reason why she can't stay out of the spotlight is because she's a Leo and she loves attention.
Well, I'm a Virgo and I'm annoyed. And I'm
No, I agree with you though. Like, there definitely is it. Like, if we look at J.Lo and we look at Beyonce, like everything that Beyonce does is so carefully thought out, planned down to the very last detail. And I feel like J.Lo with her Leo fiery energy, she just like wants to do everything all at once. Like, let's get it done. Let's do it right now. Like, now is as good a time as ever. And like with Beyonce and even Rihanna, like things are more carefully planned. They're not constantly shoving things down your throat. And you know what? Like all three of the, like Beyonce, J Lo, and Rihanna, like they're so successful. No matter what they do, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna make profit, and all of that. So it's not so much as like what specifically they're doing, but it's like how they're going about it. Like it's very interesting to me to see different celebrities like and how they go about their doing their projects.
yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel when JLo's in her 60s releasing another album on being. I don't know how I'm gonna feel with that. I think I'm gonna say it. I think her time's over. I think her time's done. You've done it all. Give somebody else a chance. Give someone else a chance. I just think, and she should be the person behind making that next person as successful as she's become. I'm looking at her IMDb here, trying to see what she's done recently. I just remember what it's been. Um, what was her movie? This Hustlers, World of Dance. So many things. She was on The Fosters apparently.
Yeah, do you think her daughter is gonna like follow in her footsteps? I think she is.
I don't even think she's gonna give her the chance.
I think that her daughter is gonna follow in her footsteps, but J Lo's gonna be like low key
Jealous.
jealous. Yeah,
She's gonna be like, "No, this is my show. I made you."
yeah.
I just, I'm no one to really like commentate on what her personal life, but from what I've seen, I just think it's crazy that she's been married so many times.
I think I could never get married like 5 times. Like I don't even think I can get married once, let alone fucking 5 times. Like that's crazy to
and
me.
I don't think we're exaggerating. I think she has been married 5 times.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it just makes me think, okay, she's been married 3 times, but whatever. She was about to get married to what's his name? Ben Affleck. Bennifer. But I just think that like maybe for somebody like her and the other celebrities, like I'll get into Will Smith in a second. I just feel like nothing is good enough. Like you've had it all, you have it all. No marriage, no person, no Grammy, no Oscar is gonna be enough for you. And I think that's where she's at, personally.
Do you think that when we're that age that we're gonna be that like we're still gonna have that like hunger in our careers?
Oh, I don't think so because what is she hungry for?
That's true. She's like eaten everything. Like
Exactly.
she's done everything. Like
That's
what
my
more do you want?
That's my point exactly, and I don't hear anybody talking about this. Like, Ariana Grande, she's not starting off her career, but she's still like a newer artist. She's still within her prime. She's hungry to really like all she's hungry for, I think, is just sharing her soul, sharing her music, sharing her love for music. Like I literally think JLo's just hungry for fame. That's what it is. And that's why I'm so critical, I guess. And then do we want to get into the Smith family?
Let's do it.
What are your thoughts on them too? Do you think they're
Just
anything
in
like,
general.
well, do you think they're anything like J.Lo, like what we're talking about?
I think Will Smith is for sure. But I feel like Will Smith maybe not as much. And I don't know if I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, but um like Will Smith doing like and other celebrities doing like their own YouTube channel, like I don't know how I feel about that. Like I don't know, to me, and maybe I'm just like a YouTube purist, or I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been watching YouTube since I was literally like 11 years old. But I don't know, to me, YouTube is very like you go there to watch people. Like, yes, like there are huge YouTubers and, they're basically celebrities, but there is sort of the dynamic where it's like they're I don't know. They're more relatable as a person. Like to Will Smith is not relatable to me. J.Lo is not relatable to me at all. Well, I shouldn't say at all, but you know what I mean. Like they're huge, famous, rich celebrities, and like them doing like a fucking YouTube channel. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch that. And I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's all of what he's doing on YouTube and everything else is completely not even genuine. I think that these like the Smith family, Will Smith and J Lo have the same sort of timeline of their careers, and that I think they're the equivalent of each other. Like Smith, Will Smith is the equivalent of J Lo in male form because he can't stop either. And I haven't. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I haven't really seen him take that much. Like I know he's directed some movies, but really take that like um back step. No, what is it called?
Backseat?
Yeah, I haven't really seen him do that, be behind the scenes and stuff. And I just think he's also like power hungry, fame hungry, because I don't think he knows how to do anything else. Like his YouTube, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but it's so
Is it vlogs? Like, is it him just
hard.
vlogging like
Yes.
okay?
Yeah, but you can tell it's just not even real. I don't think anything in his life is real. I get that vibe, and I just think that from what I've seen, I genuinely don't think that they're people who are fulfilled because he keeps doing these crazy things. And even the way that Will Smith talks is very like, it's a little weird. Like he's on drugs or something, like on coke. Like he's just so hyped up
What
all the
the
time.
fuck?
Well, that's
Really?
what I think because he's just so hyped up all the time and he's so like he always talks about like this is what we got to do. We got to face our fears and feel fulfilled and every morning we wake up like
God.
so on it all the time and I'm like this must be exhausting to be around. Not to mention his weird ass marriage to Jada. Like what that that entanglement.
That entanglement.
Yeah, I don't know. I even remember I wish I would have like looked into this more before recording, but I remember um I read something about how what are their kids' names? Willow and Jaden were being interviewed by Oprah or Gail or somebody that they basically said in their family the way it worked is they all had to work to be famous. They all had to still like they couldn't just be a regular family. It all revolved around their careers. And I think it shows because they still just can't calm the fuck down. Like I don't get it. And to add to your point with the whole we go on YouTube to watch real people, we go on YouTube because we feel a sense of connection to these YouTubers that are in their 20s or 30s or Jenna Marbles, everyone we grew up watching, bloggers, because they really really break down that fourth wall and it feels genuine. But with people who are so unreachable like J Lo and Will Smith and others, that fourth wall, it's not, you can tell, like, we as us as consumers, we can tell it's not genuine. We can tell it's done so that they just become more and more famous.
I think a celebrity doing a YouTube channel or anything like that is inherently a cash grab. Like, by definite, like, if you're a huge famous celebrity and you do a YouTube channel, you're not doing it because you love YouTube. Like, and you know what? Like, there are some celebrity YouTube channels that I do actually like Jeannie Mai. Like, I would have never really known about Jeannie
Mhm.
Mai if she didn't have a YouTube channel, and I've grown to like really like someone like that. But I still kind of stand by my point where it's like she's not really doing it because she loves YouTube. She's doing it because she's on a very successful TV show, and it's just more of a reach to their younger audience. Um,
I guess. So I mean, she's not promoting her daytime TV show. She's promoting like herself and her brand, and I don't know. I think she's a little different, actually. And she like if
are you going to defend her?
well, I'm just saying what I think because for those who don't know, Jeannie Mai, she is the host on the daytime show The Real. And she didn't get famous really until she was 30, I think. Like she started when she was 30 on the show around there. And she's now 42 and she just like a few years
She's
ago,
42.
she is 42 and she looks incredible. And unlike
What
J.Lo,
the
it's all natural.
fuck?
Yeah, and unlike J.Lo, it's all natural. Sorry, J.Lo. Um, yeah, no, she's
Angela, you just hate J.Lo. Say it.
I just I'm just not impressed. I just and I'm being critical, yeah, but I'm just not even impressed. Like I just don't even like if I see her new skincare line, I'm just gonna roll my eyes. If I see her in a movie, I might watch it, but I'm gonna roll my eyes the whole time. Like,
Well, like she is a good. Here's the thing about J Lo. I feel like this whole episode is just we're shitting on J Lo. No, like I genuinely like I love J Lo. I honestly I love J Lo. Like she's amazing, talented, whatever. But um, I feel like yes, she has some bops, but to me, I like her acting way more than her music. Like
music sucks.
I much rather see a J Lo movie than listen to a new J Lo song.
I don't need yeah, her music sucks. I'll say it. I said it for all y'all who can't.
You just hate J Lo. Just say it.
Yeah, I don't know. Here are a few of Will Smith's recent videos, and they're all super what's it called? Clickbaity. Like one of them a month ago, he said, I'm crying again. And it's a thumbnail of Jada and him. Mm, I don't know. Just
And it's like, how old is Will Smith? Like 45, 50? Like,
they're
uh,
both in their 50s. Yeah. I just,
yeah.
that's all it is. I just lose some respect.
Yeah, it's just very not genuine. And also, recently, I don't know if you watch it, but they had a Fresh Prince reunion. And I was thinking, like, damn, he's really been super famous since like the early 90s. And he's still like shooting the shit. Like, I don't know. That's just, I'm 24 and I'm exhausted.
I'm telling
Like,
you,
I'm fucking tired.
it's just an addiction. I'm telling you.
And I feel like this directly feeds into like what I was talking to earlier about this hustle culture and this very like capitalistic culture of like you're only as working as hard as I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but um like you just have to work super hard all the time, like never get any sleep. Like I just fucking hate it.
Right. I agree. And I have another point to make. When she's constantly pumping out music and movies, isn't she sort of diminishing the amazing work that she's already done? think of it, like think about it. Mariah Carey, I think she has come out with an album recently, but honestly, her new music is not even comparable to her in the 90s and 2000s. Um, like I feel like Mariah Carey, she does perform still, and sometimes,
um,
yeah, about that. But I just think she lets her amazing music like she doesn't have to do anything. She just has to perform "All I Want for Christmas" and
and
um
we go fucking crazy
yeah,
every
and
time.
J.Lo. I just think like what I think with her coming out with more stuff, it's just making all the things that we actually love not even.
Damn, I think you might have made a point.
I'm making valid points here. And I honestly wish we had something like Twitch or something where we could people could comment in real time and we could respond so we can all have a conversation about this. 'Cause
I'm sure we could do something like that if we ever grow to that point.
who are some female Latinx artists that you think should be getting some more attention so we can stop focusing on J.Lo?
Um,
And some
I
good ones.
okay, I know a lot of female like Latin artists or Latina artists, but I feel like they're getting
You think they
attention.
are?
Yeah, well, okay, let me think. I've really been loving Kali Uchis. I
Yes.
fucking love her. And I definitely think she's growing, so um maybe her uh fuck, why can't I think of anyone?
Um, who did I just Rosalia? You
Yeah,
don't like
but
her though.
she's blowing up.
Yeah, you don't really like her though.
Okay, I don't not like her, but I'm just not as crazy about her as everyone else is. Like, I think she has some good songs, but I'm just not like obsessed.
You know who I actually am not crazy about?
Whom?
Camila Cabello.
Oh, yeah.
Topic too, huh?
It just, for me, like, I don't know. For me, like, to see somebody like as popular as her who's like Cuban, I was like, yes, like,
You were
she's like,
Dylan
she's
had a poster above his bed.
yeah, no, like, I was like, yeah, like representation matters, right? But then that whole like racist shit, like Tumblr shit happened last year, and
Tell me about it. I
it
don't know.
honestly, so last year, her old Tumblr was resurfaced, and she was posting a lot of like racist shit about, black people and like Normani, who was her former group member in Fifth Harmony, and that really didn't sit well with me. And ever since then, I was like, I don't look at her the same, unfortunately, because I mean, those are my fucking people, unfortunately, the racist Cubans. But, and like, I don't think she's like racist, but I still like, that doesn't sit right with me.
Right. I get you. I think Bad Bunny is really blowing up, and I think he's the kind of artist who needs not to retire at the moment.
He's literally like breaking barriers
I love him. Yeah, he's great.
and it like, especially like, okay, when the Yo Perreo Sola video where he was like in drag, I feel like that's so, because okay, Latin culture and like Latinos, they're very machista, like
Oh yeah.
very like
Oh,
sexist, very homophobic. So to have like a very prominent Latin man like be so, what am I trying to say? Like just to like do to have finger paint to have his nails painted and to like dress up in dress up as a woman. And of course, like he's not the first person to ever do that. Like people have been doing that way before him, especially like the black transgender community. But I still think it's very cool thing for me, like as somebody who grew up in a very machista culture, to see that. I'm like, yeah, like that really resonated with me.
I'm gonna paint my nails now too.
And
Yeah.
I did. And I do.
Yes, I agree with you. See, I just think he's the kind of artist who needs not to retire. Like maybe just take a break. But I was gonna add something to your point. I forgot. Um, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. Sorry. I'm gonna have to edit this out. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. Yeah, I just feel like artists, they can take a break without saying like, "Oh, I'm retiring." Like they can just go if you want to. And okay, something I forgot to mention also is, I guess this is just rumored, like it's not official that Bad Bunny is retiring apparently,
Oh
but
yes, that's what I'm saying.
it's highly speculated. But I guess apparently, allegedly, he's retiring his reggaeton persona. Like he's not gonna make reggaeton anymore.
What
He's
is
gonna,
it?
like, I don't know. He's gonna do like other types of music.
I'm
So I
so down
guess
for that.
so I guess when he said like he's retiring like Bad Bunny, like his what we know him as now.
Conejo Malo.
Apparently.
I would be
Yeah.
so down for that, and I would have mad respect for that. That's dope. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And I don't know, he's given us like such amazing bops that, like, I think we can like with the three albums he's released this year, I think we could easily carry that for like the next couple of years.
We need to go to his concert.
Wait, really quick. Do you want to tell the friends about how we were going to go to his concert last year, but we
Yeah,
didn't?
I was just thinking that. Okay, this is gonna be a little short segment of "Don't be like Angela." I made a huge mistake. So this time last year, literally, I think it was
It
Thanksgiving.
was literally like around Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, last year, Bad Bunny was gonna come to where I'm from in Arizona, and I was telling Dylan, "Oh my God, we have to go," because I had recently just gotten into his music, right? Um, and I very naively and stupidly went on Facebook to see if there were any tickets that we can get that were like cheaper, but like, floor tickets, really cool things. And I very, again, stupidly contacted a seller, thought it was legit, and I was scammed like something like $200 from people in Nigeria, and it was so bad. And I never got my ticket. I was just like, it was just so bad. Thankfully, my credit card company ended up like covering me. But yeah, these damn people just, and I even called them. I don't know how I got their number. I think I called them through like, through that Facebook.
Through Facebook.
And I was seriously freaking out. I was like, give me my money back. And they were just laughing at me, and it was like a group of guys, and they were just laughing at me on the phone, and I just felt like, man, I just had to take the L. It was really bad.
Yeah, so don't buy tickets on Facebook secondhand.
No, just buy them from somebody you know, or that they can prove like that they have the ticket at least, or just go on Ticketmaster, man. It's not worth it.
I was really sad though because I really did want to see him. And like honestly, I was so broke, but
Me too.
I was like fuck it, like pay for experiences and we got fucking scammed.
Maybe it was a sign for us not to go for some reason.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't
I
know what that
really
might have.
I really miss like live music. Okay, can I be honest? I miss shots. I miss getting drunk. I miss pre-gaming. I miss live music. Like, I'm happy to stay home, Of course, like this pandemic is real and we need to be vigilant about that. But with that being said, like I miss being face down, ass up in the club. Like I miss
Dylan,
it.
I have yet to go to a gay club.
Damn.
We have to
I
go.
don't,
I think my prediction, what we're in
wait, you
December.
haven't been to IBTs?
I've never been. Wait, I went in
Really?
once. I went in once, but it was dead, so we walked out. But
Um,
so I didn't. It doesn't really count. I want to go to a drag show really bad, but
I
no.
want to go to a burlesque show.
Yes, I want to go to everything. I think that by like the summer, I think we can have club experiences again.
Let's fucking hope,
I'm pretty
bro.
sure. Yeah, like the vaccines are rolling out. I think it'll be a lot safer to do so.
Yeah, I bought tickets for EDC next year, and I hope that they don't cancel it because I really want to go.
Are you gonna do drugs there?
Obvi- if there's any family listening, no, I would never. I've never done
Only the
drugs
legal
in my
ones, right?
life. Wait, what?
Only the legal drugs, right?
I've done ibuprofen.
No, I think we should do once weed is legal in Arizona, which is coming very soon. I think we should do a high podcast.
Oh, I'm so down. I actually have an edible in my closet.
Bitch, shut up. You don't know cops are listening to this. Say you don't. Take it back.
It's legal now.
An edible arrangement. No, it's not. Not yet. We gotta wait till like January. We
Oh
have
fuck. Should we
we
edit this out?
I
Uh,
I'll just keep it.
no, but I really want to go to EDC because I was going to go like 3 years ago as like it was like when I was graduating. Oh my gosh, I graduated college almost 3 years ago. Um, but that was supposed to be like my like last hurrah. But then the person I was going with fucking bailed on me.
I
Puta.
remember you were so pissed. Why didn't you go anyway?
Because I didn't want to go by myself. That's not the type of thing that you do by yourself.
You
If
should
it was like a concert or something, then yeah, but
you should have just been like Ange. My friend bailed. Come with me. I wouldn't have
you,
liked it, but I would have said yeah.
yeah, that's definitely not your scene.
Hey, I'll try anything once.
Would you though?
I will try it. Yeah. Are we gonna make Angie rants a podcast segment? Because I feel
I
like
think so because I feel like every single podcast you've done, you've like gone on this like 5 to 10 minute rant.
I have a lot to say, and I feel like other people will agree with me. I really want
I would like to know that.
to know. All right.
Are we finished? Is this the pod?
I think this pretty much wraps it up. I hope our friends, y'all listeners, enjoy listening to this. And
I hope this didn't come off like too complainy. Like we genuinely love the people we talked about, but like
no,
we have to be
I can't, you can speak for yourself, but I don't.
Okay, well I love and respect like everyone we talked about, but like you have to be critical. Like this is a
We're
podcast
Virgo.
with two this is a podcast with two Virgos. Like we're gonna be critical.
Yeah. And
Wait,
if you're
really quick.
critical of us, we'll end you. What?
Wait, super quick. I told you this, but my therapist legitimately told me that I was too judgmental. And I was like, bitch, I'm a Virgo. Like, what do
Let
you
me be.
expect?
I know people always like to blame us for being that way, but
We
We're
have
judgmental.
standards.
We're judgmental because we know what's best. Like, because we know what's best. You just need to trust us.
Literally. Okay. Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to go ahead and follow us on Instagram at FriendTime Audio, you can follow us on our personal accounts at Dylan, DYLANPARRA.
And I'm at Angela underscore MMZ. Also, make sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So every time we release a podcast, y'all can see it and share some love with us, please.
Yes. So thank you for listening.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.